How y'all doing? We're out here with Knobcon number 9, ModBap in the house. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah. So, can you tell me a little bit about the ethos and just what you bringing to the table?
Yeah. So ModBap is a fusion music first and foremost, and I found that there was a lot of people doing similar stuff that I did. I made up this term ModBap, and it was me denoting my style of fusion of modular synthesis and boom bap hip hop. And then I started realizing there's like minds out there, and it kind of became a thing, right? And like, for instance, something like this that has like 20 ModBap, almost 20 ModBap producers on it, right? This is digging in the wires. And so the whole ethos behind it is, we do hip hop, but it's okay to push the boundaries. Nothing that we do hip hop with was ever made for us to do hip hop with it.
Yeah.
Turntable was not made to be pushed and pulled back and forth. Somebody picked that up and started doing that. The MPC, it wasn't made for us. The 808, it wasn't made for us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just all of that kind of stuff. I see this all as, this is definitely hip hop and we could push the boundaries of it. And so through that ModBap sort of movement that became a groundswell from this term that I sort of coined and created, then I realized that we don't have tools made for us. Just based on what I was just saying, we don't have tools that's made for us. So I wanted to make tools for people that have that sort of mindset. And then, you know what, that's the basis of it, but that it's expansive for all genres and all people that want to create all kinds of stuff. But I'm just doing it in a way that's a little more creative, and maybe the tools that just aren't there and don't exist for us otherwise.
So can you tell us a little bit about some of these tools that you brought?
Yeah, certainly. This is the Performer. The Performer is a quad effects unit. And what that basically means is you have delay, reverb, glitch, and tape stop. And so you can really start to get into some really creative performances, because that's the thing with modular, you can perform with it, but how tactile and how easy is it? There's some virtuosos that are incredible doing some performances, but I wanted something that was just, a little more straightforward, but at the same time powerful. And so kind of created this so that you can do different effects. So this is like, you can enable any of these effects or latch them. And it'll probably be easy if you hear it, so I'll just turn it down just a little bit. So that's our glitch. So just a little, and that was side chain compressing, a little noise and glitch effects, delay. All of these things are right here at your fingertips, and there's 4 parameters per effect. So if I'm touching the delay, I have 4 different parameters for the delay: wet, dry, time, feedback, filter, lo-fi, high pass, right? Same thing for reverb, I have 4 different parameters. So whichever one of these you're touching, and just like with beat repeat or glitch, this is pitch, right? So you kind of start getting that DJ feel. And then this is repeat. How big do you want that repeat to be? Right? And then we can go reverse. So, and it's all clocking depending on the clock that I'm sending it, right? And then this is a new wavetable called Osiris. It's a bi-fidelity wavetable. It runs at 96 kilohertz.
So I've never heard that term before, bi-fidelity.
Because I created it.
So, okay, so tell me a little about what bi-fidelity is.
So you know what high fidelity is,
yeah,
right? And you know what low fidelity is. So you got hi-fi and lo-fi. Mm-hmm. This is bi-fidelity. Okay. Because it runs at a high rate that gives you this, at 96 kilohertz, to give this very pristine sound. But it has this lo-fi control, or fidelity control, where while it's still running at 96 kilohertz, you can dial in the characteristics of lo-fi, right? And so this is not just a simple bit crusher, it's actually dialing in sample jitter, it's dialing in phase drifting, and it's dialing in resolution reduction. So you're starting to get those characteristics of like old Amiga computer systems or old samplers and stuff like that without a reduction of the quality of the sound that you're hearing. So that's what it is, and it's a 2D, you're scanning in 2 dimensions, right? So imagine this. This is x-axis, y-axis. Here, y-axis, x-axis, right? So you have a list of, there's 4 banks. You have a list of 32 by 32 wavetables inside bank 1 and every other bank, all the 4 banks, 32 by 32. What I mean by that is, imagine this grid right here. You see it's 4 by 4? This is 32 by 32. So imagine this grid as 32 by 32 rather than 4 by 4. Up and down, vertically, that's the actual wavetables. Each wavetable file, there's 32 of them. But across that wavetable file, you have 32 waveforms within it. So when you're playing this and you're scrolling around, you're scanning in 2 dimensions across the wavetables. And then you can add all these different timbre modes, all the way up to FM and everything.
Is the subwave a straight square wave?
Yes.
And then I also noticed a VCA knob.
Yes. So the subwave first, the subwave is not only square, but it has a square, but you can smoothly morph to sine, smoothly morph to triangle, then smoothly morph to 1 octave below or 2 octaves below, right? So then it has sub-mix, a sub-output, a sub-volt per octave, so you could use this as 2 voices in one. And the decay and VCA works to create, so. Right. So you got a lot of possibilities with it, so. That's Osiris. Osiris, the bi-fidelity wavetable oscillator. 12 HP, comes in at $359. It's available right now on ModBap.com. You can pre-order it, and we're shipping on October 1st.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
And I very much appreciate the SD card on the front of the module.
Yes, so you can throw your own wavetables in there. You don't have to pull it out the case and go underneath. Yeah, no doubt.
Well, great.